Welcome to another episode of Southeast Asia Brewing. The world of emerging technology keeps on advancing at an unprecedented pace, with Web3, blockchain, and AI and data converging even closer and faster than before. Today, we're going to talk about a project that's advancing those missions as well with ex-CEO of Tokocrypto and CEO of ForU AI, Pang Xue Kai. Welcome, Kai.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Thank you for coming. How are you surviving the current market? We know that today...
Yeah, we should celebrate first, right? Bitcoin 100K!
100K, that's right.
Yeah, man, finally, about time.
Big bags on Bitcoin?
I've been holding since 2015, so my history with crypto and Bitcoin has been a long one.
I can only imagine, man. Yeah, a lot of euphoria in the office here as well. And now that we get you here, it's like a premonition coming true.
So how are you guys gonna celebrate?
Yeah, like a little bit of snacks maybe. Still working hours here. We haven't gotten enough to celebrate, but yeah. Anyway, Kai, before we delve into your professional background, career, and ForU AI, obviously, can you explain about ForU AI briefly in simple terms?
Sure thing. So ForU AI, what do we do? Essentially, we're deploying AI agents to go out and help users to gather their data across multiple platforms, because we know that data right now is being stored in very fragmented companies, right? Facebook, TikTok, and likes of it, Spotify, Shopify, e-commerce. Data is everywhere. So deploying AI agents to go out and help users gather the data, and then after that, we process the data within the user's mobile device, where the AI model is deployed onto the device, so that datanya nggak dibocor, right? Because it's all in the user's device and everything is processed there. And after that, we generate user embeddings. Think of user embeddings like a mathematical formula that only the computer can understand. Alright, and we basically, this embeddings represents descriptions of the users, and we store this after running through encryption. We store it on an on-chain storage system, and ultimately we generate a metadata of a person that describes his characteristics and descriptions, and we store that on-chain.
Right.
That is kind of like a summary of what we are doing, basically a decentralized identity, but not just an identifier, it's an identifier with characteristics of the people.
Understood.
Yeah, it's in summary what we are doing.
Amazing. Can we take a step back?
Sure thing.
And let's talk about what drew you initially to the world of these amazing intersection of Web3 and then data and AI.
Right, so 2022 was when I sold Tokocrypto to Binance.
Yeah.
After coming out, started to explore more in other industries and things around the space. And I'm sure you know that 2022 was around the time where GPT-3 started to get traction. AI, the whole AI craze was going around. I too was sucked into this AI world. I couldn't believe what it was doing, and I was fully sold, same like how I was fully sold at the potential of crypto. I was fully sold at the potential of AI, but not focusing on the research and the development, the R&D side of things, more towards focusing on AI applications. How can we create applications yang gampang untuk orang dipakai, so it's seamless, it's easy to use, and it can bring benefit to the users in a very simple way. We would like to break it down into 3 things: health, wealth, and happiness. So yeah, that's where we started. That's how we started. We started exploring more. Initially, it was very focused on AI, because the crypto, if you cut me, I bleed crypto. So the crypto blood brought me back, and we kind of saw that there was a way to intersect between AI and crypto. And AI, decentralized AI is kind of like the hype right now about how the data that is used to train AI models can be decentralized. And that kind of got us to where we are at, wanting to build an ecosystem and a product and a service that I think people will really use. Gitu.
Understood.
So that's how the idea came about.
Yeah.
We started from that, kind of developed further, and it kind of now we're creating an entire ecosystem. Wanted to add on to that is that we're not just doing decentralized identifiers for users, we're also doing that for products and services.
Okay.
We're also helping merchants, because imagine, the whole, you still remember the whole metaverse craze?
Yeah.
Right?
Like
And
2020 maybe.
exactly, and when people went in, there was just basically nothing.
Yeah.
Right? It was a big flop because they're bringing people on chain. They're bringing people online. Yes, but when you go in, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
So what do you think is the thing that needs to be there for people to go in and engage and
Data.
I would say products and services.
Products and services. Yeah.
Right? People need to go in and actually spend on something, try something.
Whole ecosystem of it.
Right. So on the other spectrum of what we are doing, we are also creating what I've mentioned for a user to a physical product, a digital product, a service, and we will basically want to bring everything on chain, not just users. So think of us like what we're creating is like a decentralized recommendation engine powered by AI that matches people to products, to services in a decentralized way. That's how we started, and that's where we end up now.
Yeah, cool.
Thanks.
Let's talk a bit about your journey from becoming the CEO of Tokocrypto, founder of Tokocrypto, now ex-CEO of Tokocrypto, and then the journey leading towards founding ForU AI. We know that the emerging technologies now is like really hyped up, but how did you see this becoming the craze right now before then? How do you foresee that?
My tipping point was when Ethereum first came out, smart contracts. The idea of smart contracts really drew me in because I graduated with an engineering background, mechanical engineering. I did this role as a planner in my rotation as the program within one of the engineering companies. I did planning, and one of it actually was contract fulfillment. It was a very tedious process, trust me.
Okay.
Right? We're still using things like SAP, there were a lot of mistakes, it was a very tedious process. And the idea of Ethereum with smart contract really drew me in because it allowed us, if there was a way to logically and mathematically code out these processes that previously were done by humans, I think it would be a game changer. That's what drew me into Ethereum, and from there, the whole entire world of crypto, starting to explore blockchain and what it is, what it means, going down the Bitcoin route. Started trading. I started trading on crypto, Bitcoin and Ethereum back then. I don't think there was much else. Like now, how many coins are there? It's insane amount of coins. So what we did was that in the initial days, we did arbitrage trading against Indonesia. That's why I came to Indonesia. We did arbitrage, and then 2018, we came to Indonesia to set up our company. Back then, it was just like a broker house. Kind of like the setup that you guys have here. And then we caught attention of the media, the public, and then regulators. They invited us to join them for their focus group discussions, which we joined, which we really presented ourselves well. That's why we got the first yang dapat calon PFAK di Indo license-nya. The first one. And we grew from a brokerage into an exchange, and then into the #1 exchange in Indonesia. And then until the final acquisition by Binance. And that then led me to the second part of the story, which I shared earlier. That's how got married, have a kid, moved to Bali. Yes, permanently. At least for the next 3 years, I think. But we're gonna try out different places, different countries. See how it goes.
You just got back from Dubai, by the way.
I just got back from Dubai. I think it was a couple of months ago for the Binance Blockchain Week. Dubai, and then Thailand for DEF CON.
Thailand for DEF CON.
Yeah, crypto is always an exciting space. It always brings you all around the world.
Exactly. And the retail user is such an amazing thing as well, right? How do you see, emerging technologies is cool and all. Right? It's really fantastic. You could see a lot of practical usage from it. And but sometimes onboarding users could become a handful of a problem itself. Right?
Okay.
How do you differ with a lot of other people leveraging these emerging technologies?
Okay.
Onboard users from maybe initially Web 2 to Web 3?
I think despite all the crazy technologies that's out there, the thing that really brings in the users and keeps them inside the platform is the product itself, right? Product market fit.
Yeah.
People must come in and actually get value out of the product.
Sure.
And trust, of course. So if you create something that people can't use, that is in itself is will be a huge hindrance, especially in terms of onboarding of new users. So ultimately, it is really trying to nail down what's the problem that you're trying to address, which in our case is the problem of big tech companies monetizing from our data. Why can't we bring that to the average user as well? So why would the user come to our platform, which currently has 8 million users globally through our TG Mini app? Is that we help them to monetize from the data. We help them to do the things that previously Google, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, they were all doing, which is monetization from the data. We help them do that, and we do it in a decentralized manner so that they themselves can bear witness to the monetary gains that they can see. But not only that, not just monetary gains, what we also are building out towards is that now that they have a digital profile on chain, in the future, imagine this. I want you to imagine this. In the future, if you go out to any application out there, be it Shopee, Tokped, maybe Grab or Gojek, what we're trying to build is a infrastructure that allows for the developers of these platforms to integrate what we have built on ForU AI into their system so that they will be able to offer you a context-aware user experience. They will know your likes, they will know your needs, your wants. They will be able to offer you those kind of experiences tanpa tahu data kamu.
It's interesting.
In a way, So in a way that you don't actually give out your privacy of your data.
How do they understand the complexity of one's person?
So that's where the AI element comes in. So the data that you have provided is run through our proprietary AI model, and from there we generate descriptions that fits according to you. And then after this descriptions is generated, we don't need the data, the original data anymore.
Okay.
Because what are the things that really matters to a merchant or a platform that's trying to offer this kind of services to you is your preferences. Okay. Not your data, but your preferences. Right, so that's what we do. And if the product suits a need, which in this case is customers want customization. They want personalized. They want to feel like they are in TikTok, like in Instagram, like in Spotify. Spotify just released their Spotify Rap. I don't know if you saw that.
I want to use it for content as well.
So they want to see that, and if they can see that in their different platforms, then it's a product that they will use and they will download. And
is it easier to onboard people using in terms of like partnerships? I know you're partnering with Blibli at the moment. Can you elaborate on these partnerships?
So partnerships is we have different kinds of partnerships. Partnerships with Blibli. We have also another one with eSIM company that's called Truly. Okay. This kind of partnerships are more towards the product side. Okay. So remember, we want to get the products and services on chain so that we can be able to then match it with users. So that settles the product side. The other side is community partners. Okay. Right, we want to help communities to better understand their members, the community members, so that they can better build a more conducive community environment. So there's those kind of partners as well. We've partnered with Bloom. We're also integrated with WorldCoin. So if you go inside the WorldCoin app right now, you will see ForU AI inside. We're also partnered up with SafePower. What we know, WorldCoin does the verification. What we do is we generate the metadata that is stored on their World ID.
Yeah, very interesting. Yeah. Outside of these partnerships, what other sectors or industries have you explored, or maybe you're exploring right now for potential integrations at ForU AI?
There are three verticals that we are most focused on.
Yeah.
Number one is DeFi.
Okay, of course.
DeFi right now is currently, in order to kind of get a loan, you need to over collateralize because they don't know your credit scoring. So that's something that we're trying to help out with to see whether what we're building can become one of the formulas to credit scoring, so that we can help them address this. The second one is fandom, which is kind of like your Blackpink fans, your New Jeans fans, your fandom basically, essentially. Trying to help these artists to better understand their users, their fans, better understand their fan base, and also to reward actual fans that really prove that they are showing the love and attention for these artists. So that's the second vertical that we're focused on. The third vertical is e-commerce, right? I think that is something that is also very important because, back to it, real life use case and true value that we can offer to the users. It has to be in the form of product and services, because that's what product, services, or maybe assets, because that's what people usually buy, right? But imagine one thing is that if we could bring real world assets on chain as well, now that could be a potential match to users as well. And another one is users to users also can match. So even a decentralized dating, now that we have brought everyone on chain, you can just imagine the possibilities that could happen.
Very personalized and very diverse practical uses.
Yep.
Yeah, and I've seen. I haven't been in the space for as long as you are, obviously. But I remember in 2022, I wrote an article at Tech in Asia about a gamified sort of decentralized identity platform, right? So they use games to socialize with these people and onboard people from Web2 to Web3.
Yep.
How do you differentiate your platform to other decentralized identity platforms?
Gamify is definitely very important. Actually having that, back to it, real life use case that they can actually see in instant gratification, that we call it instant gratification, that I've contributed my data. Aside from just getting a few airdrop tokens, what else can I get? What we are offering on our platform is things like, we generate pickup lines for you, like the initial phase, like pickup lines, roast me, kodam, love life recommendations, trying to find out your strengths, your weaknesses. So we generate all this out for you, so the users can have that instant gratification. It's been pretty good success. We're gonna roll out more product features as we go on, and focusing really on trying to address the problem statement, which is trying to see how we can basically make users' data work for them.
Good. Sentiment of you. I see there's sort of like a hyper personalization feature from ForU AI. Could you elaborate on that?
So the sentiment of you basically captures, in essence, who you are, and we have narrowed down this to basically 10,000 descriptions that describes a person.
10,000 descriptions?
Yes, 10,000 descriptions. So after running through the model, what we do is that the model will pick out descriptions within that 10,000 word search parameter to basically define a person. I would say, so from that you can see that that's how we actually do the matching. Because if your description matches another person which has similar descriptions, then it kind of makes that's how we group, and that's how we form like preferences of people. Trying to create this sentiment of you is an extremely tedious process, and that's why we have onboarded the help of AI models to help us to do that. With the advent of large language models, we're able to better process the data streams that's coming in into this idea of the sentiment of you that's broken down into this descriptions. Yeah. What it does is that, back down to it, it ensures privacy, security of the user's original data.
Okay.
Because by processing that, we get the idea of the person, but 80% of that data is lost in a sense. So you can't reverse engineer to figure out the exact data of the person, but you still can get to your intended use, which is trying to find the correct fit to a person, product, or service.
Okay, that's cool actually. Yeah, but talking beyond the use case that you guys already implementing right now, what other problems, maybe like broader problems, let's say more global problems, can decentralized identity platforms, or in this case ForU AI, solve in the future?
I think beside whatever we're building, this one really will tackle things like even things like national identity, which has been something that is of great concern amongst different countries. You know, how do you handle this huge, massive task, say for Indonesia, of trying to create a national identification program for the entire country and be able to manage and control it in a cost-effective manner. I think this is one of the problem statements that we would like to address in the upcoming days, whereby not just creating a digital copy of the identification, but seeing whether we can put it, kind of on chain so that it's more transparent, it's more efficient. Yeah.
Okay. So let's now look forward into the future. And
with our looking glass.
Exactly.
Are we gonna guess how much Bitcoin is gonna be? No.
Exchanges don't make predictions. Just kidding. Let's take a look at your ForU AI's roadmap. Yeah. Any upcoming feature or news that you can share that's coming up very soon, maybe this year or maybe in the next year?
Right. Definitely within the near horizon.
Yeah.
By Q1 2025, we're targeting to TGE along with our testnet going live, and preferably to list it on a couple of exchanges so that people can come in and start using the testnet, start generating their decentralized identities for themselves, merchants and our partners to come in and start putting their product and their services on chain. That's what is going to happen across the next couple of months. Testnet in Q1, and then probably Q2, Q3, we'll be working on our mainnet, getting that to go live.
Yeah.
Onboarding more partners is definitely something that we are looking forward to. We want to have more shops, malls, retails come on board, more financial services to come on board, not just in Web3. We're very, I'm just going to be upfront, we're actually very Web2 focused, right? Because what the Web3 needs, honestly, is Web2. Web2 stuff. If not, it's just gonna be magic internet money forever. And I think now is the right time for some of this to be in place. So that's what we're gonna work forward towards. Over the next 5 years, after the mainnet rolls out, it will really be mainly on onboarding, generating more utility for the users, onboarding more partners so that we can get Web2 revenue that could be channeled back to our Web3 users.
Okay.
By now, the Web2 users who have onboarded will be considered Web3 as well, right? That's 5 years from now. In 10 years, we want to be the internet's largest recommendation engine that basically, hopefully can can kind of be on par with maybe Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Google ads.
Very ambitious. That's cool. Yeah.
That's all plan.
But right now, what's the market focus? Is it Indonesia and then Southeast Asia, or like?
Our largest audience is top 3 is actually in Indonesia. is masuk ke top 3 of our user base, but I would say in terms of the spread across the different countries, we actually I think cover at least like 110 countries in terms of our users so far of the 8 million. Our focus is definitely global because I don't think focusing in one country is sufficient. We really need to push this out globally.
But right now, what's your approach to the Southeast Asian market?
I mean, Southeast Asian market, partnering up with the likes of Bitwyre, you know, trying to do more outreach program, trying to educate more to the audience, get the word out.
I think they've got enough education as well.
That's our approach. Education is key, as I always believe, education and awareness. We'll definitely be joining a lot of more events. I'm heading back to Jakarta tomorrow for the Mulung Fest that we're having. Are you going, sir?
No, I'm not, sadly, no.
Anyone going from Bitwyre?
I think the Jakarta team is probably almost.
Yeah. I'll be speaking at the Mulung Fest.
Cool.
And a lot of these events are important. Looking forward to next year's Coin Fest.
Yeah, man. Here again.
Of course.
So that's why you probably moved here. So you're gonna focus like the next 5 years here building.
I will be based here, yes, for the foreseeable future. Yeah.
Okay, but ForU AI's office or headquarters?
Singapore.
It's in Singapore.
Yes.
So when you're hiring, it's over there in Singapore.
We have remote staff is in Indonesia.
Okay.
But our headquarters is in Singapore.
Cool. All right, man. Do you want to add any more questions or things you want to say, maybe?
I just want to say congrats again to everyone that's listening, the Coin 1 and 100K, and thank you to Faisal from Bitwyre for having me today. Really lovely to be able to share. Dandy too, shout out to you.
Yeah, if you listen to this.
Yeah, if you're listening, you better. Yeah.